Clap on, jack off, strap on, whack off, it's face off. What's happening, y'all? It's J-Dub.
And Mason.
And we are the Final Call Movie Review Show. Today, we are doing Face Off from 1997. John Travolta and Nicolas Cage. Two of my favorite actors of all time.
And two of my least favorite actors of all time.
Yeah, and it's directed by John Woo. So you know it's gonna be off this fucking chain, yo. You got John Travolta playing an FBI agent who's been after Castor Troy, played by Nicolas Cage, for so many years. Finally catches him. But they find out that there's some shit that Castor Troy's holding information, but he's in a coma. The only way that they can figure it out is that John Travolta and Nicolas Cage gotta trade faces, and then John Travolta as Nicolas Cage has to infiltrate Nicolas Cage's world. But lo and behold, Nicolas Cage as Nicolas Cage comes out of Nicolas Cage's coma and becomes John Travolta, and now it's Nicolas Cage as John Travolta fucking up everything in John Travolta's life. He can't go back to the way it was or the way it is. So John Travolta's Nicolas Cage flips the tables on Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. And it's awesome. One of my favorite movies of all time. And it was a huge hit. It was a sleeper hit. Very, very slept on hit.
It was, a smash hit of the summer of 96?
97.
7?
Mm-hmm, it sure was. Came out of nowhere, and the premise of it, before the trailer even came out, I remember reading about it in Entertainment Weekly, it sounded dumb as shit. Like, there was no way that this movie could be cool by any means. See the trailer. Yeah, doesn't look too bad. Looks like it'd be pretty good. See the movie. Oh my god. This is one of the best action movies I've ever seen in my life. And still remains so to this day.
Wow. Well, personally, I don't hate this movie. I see why people like it. But I don't like it so much. Primarily, I'm not a big Nicolas Cage or John Travolta fan. I don't particularly care for them together on screen at the same time. I don't particularly appreciate the way that they just change faces and also completely remorph the body. I mean, things that we can't do today. I mean, it would be like if John and I switched faces and all of a sudden we were two different, we were each other. Completely. Sorry, we're a little bit different body build, we've definitely got some differences between us. This is a super ridiculous premise to a point that you just can't keep your shit together. You go, what the fuck are you talking about? I could let me twist on my throat so that I can actually sound like I used to sound oh my god, I like movies where you just have to suspend your disbelief, but Jesus fucking Christ. This shit is ridiculous, man. It's completely overboard. Fuck it. Oh, I'm Castor Troy, but no, I'm really John Travolta cop guy. But, I'm not gonna be weird about things and try to bang your wife and all this sort of thing. Oh, I'm just creepy John Travolta, who's really not John Travolta. Hey, I'm really Nicolas Cage. Surprise. I mean, God damn, man. It just keeps going and going and going and going. The action sequences, of course, they're wonderful. They're John Woo. It's great action. Hell, the premise isn't even that bad, shy of the completely absurd body transformation technique of... I mean, it would have made more sense to pull his fucking brain out and stick it in the other body. It's just as fucking feasible. I mean, god damn. I'm blasphemously offended by the way this film is. So poorly constructed. I mean, it's just awful. The premise is awful. It's awful. Like I said, the action's dope. John Woo quality. I mean, even the concept of like the terrorist that's like got information that needs to be acquired, okay, that's feasible. But like I said, it would have made more sense to pull their brains out and pop them in the other bodies.
And it's for that reason why I love this movie so much, because the swapping brains thing had already been done. The swapping faces and the body morphing hadn't.
Because it's like severe body morphing.
I mean,
like, I'm going to take your shoulders and stretch them 3 inches wider and squat your body down another 2 or 3 inches.
I could see if it was like, John Travolta, alright, you're gonna break into prison, but you gotta go undercover as Wesley Snipes. That's a little fucking absurd.
Nah, man, it's just crazy. It's terribly, it's, oh my god.
Nicolas Cage, you're gonna dress up as FBI agent man Jackie Chan.
Well, it's one of those. It's one of it's one of these movies where like the heartfelt scenes aren't quite as heartfelt as they should be, and you find yourself like, ooh, you know, like what am I really like? Oh, am I really that interested in this? Like, if it was the era of smartphones, it's like the heartfelt scenes are when people would be picking up their phone and looking at doing other stuff. Like, it doesn't tug on the strings the way it should. Like, it has potential conceptually to tug on this heartstrings, but it really doesn't do it. You see, like, terrible things happen to Travolta and his child, and you're just like, okay.
You gotta kind of give it up to the use of, what is it? When you wish upon a star during that crazy ass shootout sequence.
But like I said, it's good action. Like, you know, who doesn't like a slowed down bullets tearing shit up all around you
With the fucking kids song playing.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's twisted.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna open up the little play box, and it's gonna play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. There you go.
But we're gonna have a big fucking shootout. But you're not gonna hear any of these bullets going off because it's gonna be slow motion, and there's gonna be, you know, feathers flying out of the couch, and, you know, glass shattering. It's a great action movie. It ain't great otherwise. And that's my gripe with it. It's my big gripe with anything. Like, but the particular fact that Travolta and Cage annoy the fuck out of me in this movie, yeah, that's probably the primary gripe that I have with this motherfucker.
That's another thing. It's opposite. They play each other so good in this movie. So good.
Hell, I don't deny that. I don't like one or the other, and when they pretend to be each other, I'm like, I still don't like you. Hey, way to do a bad impersonation of the other guy who sucks too.
That's why it works, because it's like they're both doing two of my favorite actors, and it's like, holy shit, you're getting like 4 actors. Price of one.
For the price of one is exactly what it is.
2.5 hours of
mayhem.
Sheer awesome mayhem. Man, that's replay value. All day, every day, memorize every single word to that movie.
I'd still rather watch Speed.
That's pretty close to it. But ain't no face off. Face off. So on a scale, 1 to 100.
Yeah, 1 to 100. What do you do?
92.
64.
Wow.
Higher than I thought I was going to give it.
Really? Okay.
And no, I don't recommend seeing it, but I do think it's a better movie than I would normally recommend to not see.
This is totally on Blu-ray.
For what it's worth.
My bad.
For what it's worth.
This is totally on Blu-ray somewhere. I know it is. It's way too high quality of a movie not to be. See this joint in the best quality possible to get your face blown off. That's what it'll do.
But hey, thank you for watching the Final Call Movie Review Show. If you liked what you've seen, please like. Please comment if you have anything to say. If you agree or disagree, you're bound to agree or disagree with one of us in this conversation. Let us know what you think. Let us know if there's any films you'd like us to review, how we fucked up on whatever films we have reviewed. And please follow us on Facebook and check us out on the Instagram. And subscribe here on YouTube. Comment below. Check out the links. And
tell your peoples about us.
that's right. Pass it on.